This is a great question because a lot of people struggle with this when it comes to sweep picking, and I'm going to show you exactly what I do to try to mute the strings as best as I can to try to get the sweep picking technique as clean as possible. So as you can see in the second angle here, as I sweep pick, when I leave each string, I don't want the previous string to be making any noise. So with sweep picking, I'm not afraid to have my right hand sit on the strings as much as possible, and sometimes at a slightly different angle than I would for my alternate picking. So what I mean is when I'm going down the strings, even sometimes my thumb is kind of dragging behind the pick to kind of mute. I'm going to get weird harmonics doing it this way, but you get the point where the thumb is kind of dragging behind. Also meaning you need your hand in this kind of angle. You can't have your thumb like this or your hand like this, but you need to kind of be pointing down towards the ground, following behind the pick to mute what you just left. Because you won't really be able to do it with this hand above what you're playing. This hand handles everything under what you're playing. So on the way back up, those strings that I'm leaving are dead from this hand. I'm not getting my fingers out of the way like this. First of all, that's way more uncomfortable on the wrist and is not comfortable to play, but also you're not going to mute the strings, which is what you want. So as I'm heading down, this hand is sitting nice and flat on the strings. So when I hit this note, these strings are dead, but I can hear this. It takes a bit of practice, of course, to get that angle so that the hand isn't in the way of the note that you are trying to get, but you want it in the way of all the other notes. And another tip with sweep picking, I actually suggest practicing your sweep picking with a good amount of distortion on your bridge pickup. And that way, if you are getting any extra noise from the other strings, you will hear it. Where if you're practicing on a clean sound or even worse, unplugged, you're not going to hear if there's extra noise going on as you're playing. So a good amount of distortion and on your bridge pickup. Then in a performance or when you actually apply it, if you switch to your neck pickup, it just sounds smoother and it sounds that buttery sound that you look for with sweep picking. So hopefully that helps, and if you want to take your playing to a new level, check out my Patreon community. I post a weekly lesson video to get you out of that intermediate stage and take you to a more advanced level. We cover everything from theory and technique and phrasing and improvisation and all that fun stuff. So check it out at the link below, patreon.com/Jamie Robinson. Take your playing to a whole new level. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments and keep up the practice.